Have you ever stopped to consider how much waste you produce in a single day? It's an eye-opening thought, isn't it? Globally, we generate over 2 billion tons of waste annually. That's roughly the weight of 3 million blue whales. And the sad part is, much of this waste ends up in our oceans, landfills, and even in the air we breathe. These staggering figures are not just numbers on a page, they represent a real, tangible problem that affects us all. Each of us plays a part in this waste production, from the coffee cup we toss away in the morning to the plastic bag we use at the grocery store. But it's not all doom and gloom. This also means that each of us has the power to make a positive change. By rethinking our daily habits and making small adjustments, we can significantly reduce our individual waste footprint. The question is, what can we as individuals do to help mitigate this problem? Enter the concept of a zero-waste lifestyle. This innovative approach to living is more than just a trend, it's a solution to our waste dilemma. Zero-waste living is about minimizing the rubbish we send to landfill and reducing our impact on the environment. It's about rethinking our habits and making mindful choices. The benefits? A cleaner, healthier planet, and a simpler, more fulfilling life. Imagine a world where trash cans are obsolete, where every item has a purpose and nothing is discarded carelessly. That's the world the zero-waste lifestyle aims to create. It's a world where we respect our resources, where we think before we buy, and where we understand the true value of things. But how do we achieve this? Well, it all starts with the 5 R's. Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle, rot. Refuse what you don't need. Say no to single-use plastics and unnecessary packaging. Reduce what you do need. Be mindful of your consumption and only buy what you truly require. Reuse what you consume. Find new purposes for old items instead of throwing them away. Recycle what you can't refuse, reduce, or reuse. Make sure it ends up in the right place to be turned into something new. And finally, rot the rest. Compost your organic waste to give it a second life as nourishing soil. Adopting a zero-waste lifestyle doesn't mean you have to make drastic life changes. It's all about taking small, manageable steps. Every effort counts, and every step brings us closer to a sustainable, zero-waste world. The first step in the zero-waste journey is to refuse. Now, what does that mean? It's about saying no to unnecessary items, especially those single-use offenders like plastic bags, straws, and cutlery. But how do you refuse without coming off as rude? Simple. Just say, "No thank you, I've got my own," when offered a plastic bag. Or, "I prefer not to use a straw," when ordering a drink. It's as easy as that. Remember, every time you refuse a single-use item, you're making a positive impact. The next step is to reduce. A simple, yet powerful concept. Reducing means cutting back on what we consume and consequently what we throw away. It's as easy as choosing to buy in bulk to lessen packaging, or being mindful to minimize food waste. Maybe it's about picking that product with less plastic wrapping. These small changes not only contribute to a healthier planet by decreasing waste, but they also have a delightful side effect: saving you money. Reducing not only decreases waste, but it can also save you money. The third step of zero-waste living is to reuse. Now let's dive into the world of reuse, a realm where every item gets a second or even third chance at life. Reusing is all about extending the lifespan of the things we have, transforming them into something new and useful before even thinking about tossing them away. Imagine the possibilities. That glass jar that once held your favorite jam? It could be your next flower vase or a container for your homemade salad dressing. Those shopping bags you mindlessly toss after unloading your groceries? They can serve as trash bin liners or carry your lunch to work. And what about those cardboard boxes from your online shopping spree? They can be turned into storage solutions or fun DIY projects. Reusing items not only reduces waste but also encourages creativity and resourcefulness. It's like a fun, everyday puzzle, finding new purposes for things and giving them another shot at usefulness. It's eco-friendly and gratifying, so are you ready to embrace a life of reuse? Reusing items not only reduces waste but also encourages creativity and resourcefulness. The fourth step is to recycle. Now this is where things get interesting. Recycling isn't just about tossing items into a colored bin and calling it a day. It's a thoughtful process that requires discernment. Let's clear things up. Not all plastics, for instance, are created equal. Different types require different treatments, and it's our responsibility to know the difference. And did you know that contaminants like food waste can render recyclables useless? Yeah, it's a thing. So make sure to clean your recyclables before binning them. Paper isn't off the hook either. Shredded paper, for instance, can be a recycling nightmare due to its small size. When in doubt, it's always best to check with your local recycling guidelines. These are just a few common mistakes that can jeopardize our recycling efforts. But don't fret. With a little bit of knowledge, we can all become recycling pros. Proper recycling is a crucial aspect of a zero-waste lifestyle. The final step in the zero-waste journey is to rot. This doesn't mean you, of course, but your organic waste. Composting is nature's process of recycling decomposed organic materials into a rich soil known as compost. It's an eco-friendly way to transform your kitchen scraps and yard waste into nutrient-rich food for your garden. It reduces landfill waste and cuts down on harmful greenhouse gases. So, give it a go. Composting is a simple and effective way to reduce food waste and contribute to a healthier planet. Living a zero-waste life may seem daunting at first, but remember, it's all about taking small steps. You see, the journey to zero waste is not a sprint, it's a marathon, where each stride forward counts. Let's recap the steps we've discussed today. Refusing what we don't need, reducing what we do need, reusing what we can, recycling what we cannot reuse, and allowing the rest to rot. Each of these steps, no matter how small, can have a profound impact on our planet. Think of it as a ripple effect. One person making small changes can inspire another, and another, until we've created a wave of positive change. So don't feel overwhelmed. Every small action you take towards a zero-waste lifestyle is a victory in itself. Are you ready to take the first step towards a zero-waste lifestyle? The journey starts with you.